but you guys are shorthanded for a lot of that one. You made it close at the end. What do you make of the overall effort?
Yeah, close game. We started decent, kind of had a lull there in the middle and turned it on a little bit at the end, but it's a good hockey game.
Seems like close games in the NHL these days are, a 4-3 game like this instead of a 1-0 game like we're used to seeing. Do you think that, by the end of the season, given how much scoring there's been, that this is just kind of what to expect? And
I don't know. I mean, it's been a pretty unique year with the amount of goals scored, I've read. So I don't think so. I think, in my opinion, defense wins in this league. It's tough to outscore people every night. So what do I know? But I would say down the stretch, I'd say in playoffs, it's going to be a little tighter, low-scoring games.
Jacob, I'm wondering, I know it's in a loss, but now you guys are going to be second in the division. Does that allow you to turn the focus to the playoffs now, even though you have 2 games left in this regular season, to shift that focus a little bit because you know where you are?
I mean, not really. I think, obviously, you want to play for first place. That's obviously a big deal, but I mean, I think playoffs are always the main goal. I think you want to focus on your game, your team's game, and being at the top of your game going into the playoffs. I don't think really where you end up matters much. It's more about feeling good going into that playoff start, and the only way to do that is to play at the top of your game.
Obviously, you guys won it first, but how much pride do you take in second?
I don't know. I've never talked about taking pride in second. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to make the playoffs in this league. I mean, I've been around, I guess, long enough now that it's not a given to make the playoffs or play in those important games. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to be proud of.
In general, about the way the team has come together this year, you really feel like you're headed in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, I guess, from the outside has kind of had their thoughts, I guess, on what was going to happen, how things are going to go towards the end of the year, at what point we're going to stumble. I think we've always just kept the goal moving forward and kept our heads down, and I think we've been building our game, and I'd say this last month or so has been the best hockey we've played all year, and we're definitely trending in the right direction.
Having seen Carolina a couple times recently, how strong are they?
They're definitely a good team. I mean, past couple of years they've been one of the top teams. You can see their game. They're fast. They're physical. They're in your face. That's a style they play, and they play it well.
You guys get those 3 straight power plays, kind of bridging the first and second. And I know the first unit didn't really come off the ice for a lot of that, as they usually don't. But is that the game right there almost, because you don't get one there to take the lead, and then they score a couple minutes after that?
I wouldn't say it's the game. I think there's swings of momentum throughout the whole game. Obviously, you want to score on the power play, but that's not going to happen every time. And I'd say our power play has been pretty darn good this year. So I think we know we have a good chance to score every time that unit goes out there. And if we don't score, we're trying to build momentum and get things moving in the right direction.
circling back to this whole goals explosion thing, I mean, you guys might be the exception as a team in that 2 of your starting goalies have some of the highest save percentages in the league. And, does that affect at all, like, this team's confidence or their mojo going into games when you know that you can kind of rely on your backstop like that a little bit?
I wouldn't say you go into games wanting to rely on them, but I'd definitely be lying if I said it doesn't add a little bit of confidence. You have a goalie back there who's going to pick you up when you make mistakes, pick the team up, and come up with a big save. And we have 2 guys that have done it, and we feel good with either of them in the net. So yeah, I would say that definitely adds confidence as a team to know you have someone back there that's going to fight and battle for you.
Okay.
One follow-up quickly. What do you make of the whole theory that the goaltending this year is just a little bit more spread out in terms of talent, and that's maybe why we're seeing more points?
I don't know.
Is there any truth to that?
I got enough to worry about, not worry about goalies. So I don't know.
When the game is getting chippy like that and you see 2 of your teammates go down, how much is that in the back of your mind, just knowing where you guys are at in the season?
Not a whole lot. You can't really worry about it in the middle of the game. I haven't talked to them yet, but we'll go and check on them, see how everybody's doing. But you got to worry about playing the game when the game's going on.